art of war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Juicy, keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my install. Here lies him, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my install. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my install. Been from the cradle to the grave.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Redskins. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for... A touchback. First carry for Darius Geis, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Working out of the gun, Winston. Throw left side complete. It's Martin. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 18 yards on that one. And it'll be 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st down, this is Geis, and he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. M.J. Stewart made the tackle from his corner spot.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dumps it off for Geis. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On the ground, Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Redskins are taking a first-quarter lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Winston now to throw on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Jameis now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Martin. He got 29 yards that time. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Jason Myers now for the extra point. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Green to bring it back. And an alley to run. There goes Green. 20. Touchdown, Washington. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he spins away. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense.
And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Rivers coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
No. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
On the handoff is Geis. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught by Mike Evans. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
Let's convert. Johnny! Follow!
Now Jameis on 2nd down. A dump underneath to Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. A give to Jones. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Follow!
2nd down, Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Johnny! Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Easy. Johnny!
Off the play fake, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range. But they're going to go for it.
550. Follow.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. And here come the Redskins now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The give is to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a give to Jones running left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Now Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we come upon, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Now Abdullah, the return. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. From the gun, Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Martin. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks. Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Easy, easy, easy. Hey, 5 on, 5 on, 5 on. Easy, 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 easy. Hey.
Play fake. Winston. This complete to Martin. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert. Hey, 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 hey. 5-0, okay?
Now Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. In for the score. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now this time he'll look to throw. Throw left side taken in by Washington. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a run with Geis. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
first down. He'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones, and he's going to get this one down to the 45. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Winston. Steps away to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They'll go again to Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Jameis to throw it. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Let's convert. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Third and goal. Winston. Flush to his right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties. And they
flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now that they stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The quick slant, good for a 1st down, a gain of 12. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on this.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Damian Ratley, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
They're still hurt. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in his zone. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run it with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now he'll go deep down the middle. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball. When that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn, you don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They start on the ground with Geis, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air.
Leopard!
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. There he goes inside the 30. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Damian Ratley with time running out. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. The extra point splits the uprights. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it down. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure.
Here we go, even. Here we go, even.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. One last shot now for Winston. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part one, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make